It's a steep and muddy climb down to the river. The 12-inch wide path cuts a trail through the leaves, back and forth down the embankment. Maria Teresa descends briskly down the slope in her black woven plastic flats that keep impossible traction. There's nothing to hold on to. It's best to choose a foothold quickly and firmly, moving along without pause. Passing small, impromptu coffee and cornfields with their roots grown into the slope, she arrives 15 minutes later at the bottom of a small ravine amongst thousands of small ravines, this one holding the only potable water source for the community above. Hundreds of families rely on the natural springs running out of the hillside below El Durazno. Flowing sometimes clear and after the rains sometimes brown, the water rushes into Maria Teresa's 3-gallon white plastic jug with stripes painted vertically from mouth to base. Coiling a small piece of cloth on her head like a pad, she places the jug on top of the fabric, adjusting it briefly. Without a nod to the overhanging banana fronds making canopy to the spring, she turns and goes up the path as sure-footedly as she came down, making one of 14 trips that her family will take that day to gather water for cooking, washing, drinking, and feeding the animals. Up, up, out of the crack she climbs with one hand on the jug above her head. During the rains, a downpour makes the path slick enough to send Maria Teresa, with the water, spilling across the mud, and the task starts all over again. At the top, an hour later, back at home, Maria Teresa pours the spring water into a big concrete basin raised off the ground like a freestanding sink. Here the water sits uncovered, collecting dirt, bugs, or a stray piece of corn sunk to the bottom. Without clean water sources, storage, or filters, all this hard-earned water languishes in mildewed tanks harboring parasites. Create Good is committed to bringing water to each home in El Durazno. With our Guatemalan partner BPD, a gravity-fed water system will be constructed and water will be flowing by January. Communities in all of Guatemala need access to water. Will you help us bring clean water to communities like El Durazno? Your purchase or donation makes a difference. Learn more about how you can help at creategood.org.